vault as well, and a lot of that off the back of Rencore. Rookie season, man has come into a brand new roster and he has shined. He has done everything you really want him to do. We'll see if he can stack up against one of the top teams in the game.
What a great test for him as an individual and the Heretics as a team. Here we go, folks. The pre-nades are out towards P1, and if you land them correct, which they did, it slows the Heretics down on the point, but only for a brief moment. There we go, Metals with the opening kills there. Can you get into the point, Thieves? A nice 2-2 there in the feed. And still, finally, no, nearly over. The battle continues.
Yeah, just got to get there. Scrap, he'll be taking that seat right on time. And everybody's got their bases covered. Easy there watching the flank from Hydra. Good reads on the spawns as well. Lucky does win a key gunfight for that rotation, though. So you see LA Thieves in time, head on a swivel, and they're getting chopped down. So Lucky wins one huge gunfight, open things up, and Hydra wants to be the guy to break it down. But while the holds have been clean for LA, they haven't got a good chunk of time. That's what the desk pointed out. And, well, this is what we're seeing shaping up on the P1. Not a massive lead on that rotation, though. It's going to get a little bit weird. Heretics, they find the entry kills.
They do find the entry kills. Split spawns for now. Parallels there with the Thieves on the bottom side of the minimap. We're going to be flying through mid. And this is going to get very squirrely, but the kills going the way of the Heretics for now. You've managed to turn it into a war of one front. So now eyes forward, get the guns at the ready. It's over to Metals now. Controlling Hall. Finds nothing. Pinched immediately. One man on the point. Lucky's going to have to go very, very big here. Real wins his. Lucky gets brought down. Pressure's there. Thieves are in.
And break is going to be tested as well. That is exactly what you're looking for a nail-biter game. Metals doing his best job to stay alive and successful at that. Ghosty with a team kill as well. Just a scrappy first two hills. This is already a minute shaved off of the game clock, and really neither team able to accrue too much of a score. By the looks of it, the final 15 seconds, Heretics, well, I don't even know if they're going to get it. These players, yeah, they're going to ignore. Chalk up the final 15, focus on the rotation, and Real trying to handle them towards the middle of the map. It has been a squirrely game so far.
Indeed, I'm trying to stop calling what may happen in the future because at this moment in time, nothing is written. Lucky up close range there, takes care of Ghosty. Hard point in the hands of the Thieves for now. An awkward rotation and now an immediate break. Heretics, you managed to vacate the players from the Thieves. They've been evicted from the point, and now another counter-attack. Thieves are back alive and kicking. Metals suppressed in on towards the point. Trophies gone, you name it. There's so many angles here on P3 to cover. Envoy gets involved a little bit late, but it does allow for the piece, and now it allows for the time.
And this is going to be a beautiful time if you're able to collect, because now Heretics are playing a bit of a delicate game. You don't want to overcommit and lose the rotation, and as long as you trade out kills, you're good. But here's the slip in the net. Not a single person turning for it, and even off spawn, Metals doesn't pick it up. So Heretics unaware with Scrap behind them. They figured it out now, but Scrap is a massive problem.
Yeah, he's causing it as well with the non-stop run around here. Puts himself in the bushes, over the top, finds one, doesn't account for the player behind him. And whoa, nice turn on the Metals. Not enough, though. Heretics, you win the battle for P4. Backside of the building covered. Envoy is going to be brought down on the approach towards construction. So there you go. Nice hold. Heretics, opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you had Envoy win that single gunfight, you would have kept the pressure up on the break. And frankly, the pressure might still be here, but Hydra's going to slide in. He's trying to time it out with the pinch coming in from Envoy, and you've at least pierced the setup to get forward, but without the back spawns, who gets the reinforcements? Well, LA, take it away. And that is just an overwhelming moment, excuse me. All four players just getting in the mix. LA Thieves running it down.
Yeah, right back and forth, though. Once again, lead change, LA Thieves. Now they've got control of this big old P4. Coverage on the front, all good. Metals, can he find the entry to the side? No. Nice damage. 3 down, though, for the Heretics. They're in trouble. And look at the Thieves fly forward.
A kick-out moment from Scrap as well. I mean, he's the one that really sort of started the pressure on P4, sort of a nuisance behind the line for Heretics, and goes on a nice little spree to solidify that time. Still, though, a minute and a half on the game clock, and neither team yet approaching a 100-point margin. Granted, LA Thieves in the driver's seat on the scoreboard, but a perfect looking setup so far for P1 from Heretics. Maybe an opportunity on P1 to collect a little time.
Maybe. As this game's gone, you can't really guarantee anything. A nice 4 out of Rencore. The final 9 HP is going to be breathing a sigh of relief, but not for too much longer. Immediate pickups again. The Thieves, a very, very ruthless approach. Supreme aggression and trades have been endless, man, so far on Vault. Good lucks out of Real. That's a nice 2-piece. Staying alive on the point. Rencore can't get anywhere near this one, but again, good aggression. A front line now from Real that is so strong. Hydra, the last man to punch through, and not a huge amount of time gained from this chance.
Yeah, Heretics are trying to just play that rotation as well. And if you paid any attention to the kill feed, that is 8 Jackals on the map for P1. So if you're a ranked player trying to look to up your game, make note of that. Everyone is flexing when it comes to that time. And now on rotation, it is Scrap once again, the man behind enemy lines. But I think Heretics read it, clean house, take care of business, and they'll be set up around P2. 2 minutes off the game clock. Still, neither team passed 100 points.
Second go through. And now in the second hard point, once again, it's the Heretics in first. Break attempt right now from the Thieves. They've got spawns in the back as well, and it's a very crowded moment, a little bit chaotic. Scrap and Hydra, they managed to thrive in the moment. Right through the eye of the storm they go, and Rencor gets picked up from behind over the metals. A man alone to the point, can't get any more out of that life, and that is finally the break for the LA Thieves. They are in.
This is a game of instability. Heretics just not really able to handle the back spawns too well at all. And Scrap constantly finds himself behind enemy lines. Sometimes he has to walk his way there. Sometimes he has to spawn his way there. But even when Thieves get control of P2, it lasts for all of 10 seconds before Heretics just run them over again. So the mixiness that has been this Vault hardpoint continues as 3 players on Thieves surging for, desperate to get that arc control, and Scrap, well, will make it by. The question is, this little battle between him and Lucky, who's going to win it long term? You see Scrap heads up. He knows there's pressure on this side of the map, but Lucky hasn't shot his gun.
Lucky finally lets it rip and gets ripped. Instant looks. Ghosty on one side of the map, top side of the minimap now completely covered. Little break through the useless side, that's top right. For the Heretics now on the approach towards mid-map, but not just mid-map, it's the low left-hand side of the map. That's where they want to go next. P4 can be a money kill. Thieves haven't been superb on the holds. You have to make sure you get a good break out of them.
You got to make sure someone gets on the hill as well. There's number 8, Real. He's found his route through. That is death for Scrap, and now the men on time have to turn their heads, and that is a lot of time being just exchanged away or sort of left white. Half the game clock has been evaporated, and, well, now because of Real's positioning and his play, I was going to say you're set up for new, but Lucky, he's by himself. A game of instability, Miles. It is simply going to continue.
Yeah, the Thieves, their kills, though, they come in waves of 3, so you get 3 down nearly every single time. Lucky timed it. Whoa, what a win from Envoy. That is huge. So that's hard point in the hands of the Thieves once again. Bad looks right now for the Heretics. You've started to run out of air in the lungs, lads. The run was going great. Can they find some form of reprieve here? Trying to get through the back? Not yet. Rencor next up, but all this time being burnt chance.
At the best time anyone's gotten all game, and even then, as Scrap falls, look at the kill feed. Metals picks up one as well. It's only 2 men by the time, but Envoy maybe gives you enough to keep this play up. Thieves still on top of that hill, and the best hold we have seen so far this game, the difference maker this P4 has been.
The Heretics have completely and utterly fallen. Our second set of hard points. Air is out of the lungs. Envoy, though, just starting to pick up pace. Perfect stun connects. Metals, though, good shots. Is this a sign of life? Are we able to get something going here on P1? Spawns in the old hardpoint side right now for the Heretics. It's going to be a difficult journey across Scrap as he picks up the final few moments of time there. But nearly an 80-point game chance. Massive turn from the Thieves.
Yeah, squandered opportunities a few different times from Heretics, a mixy game, and never able to get those P4 spawns. Officially, LA Thieves game to lose. All of a sudden, it is just shaping up to be an absolute blowout. Even long-term, Thieves do have those right-side spawns, so a lot of things going well, and great finesse by Ghosty. Unfortunately for him, all of his teammates fall, and he falls in line as well. Heretics, maybe T1 has been the best hill they have had for themselves all game. You see how squirrely it can be around these pillars.
Oh, a Toronto player in sight and all this mention of squirrels. Once again, Heretics back to a little bit of time here on the contest from P1. Endless attack here from the Thieves. Have still got themselves P2. The first time they have had the rotation since the map has begun. Will this amount to anything for them? Or will they be broken immediately? Can the Heretics mount the comeback here and now?
And it is a bit of a turtled setup. Maybe they're playing for Heretics just to run it down and play it close. Real's working the pool, Rencor's working in pinch, Metals attempted to go through catwalk, and Real does find the route to get towards time, but traded out instantly. The battle for spawns gets one as well. Envoy takes care of that, and Hydra cleans house. LA Thieves on P2, as good as it gets, and this is the space and distance and control the team was looking for.
On Hydra picking up these flanks. Another one there on the minimap, foreign players all over the place. It is a target-rich environment. As Hydra still on a run. Heretics have been held back. A nearly perfect hard point out of the Thieves. The young French phenom dips and dives into the pool. No water, thank God, as he manages to finally be brought down. Their Envoy will pick up that piece immediately. 15 seconds to go, chance. And no rotation yet, but look at a Hydra on the spawns. You're trying to get your boys over towards the top side of Nu. You're trying to find that time, and you're trying to close out map 1.
Yeah, just the long-term safety net. You even have Hydra just staring bottom art in case someone from Heretics was able to get through. Envoy was checking it out as well, but it's just a safety game. They're playing containment, and you get the kills before you hop on the time. You see the feed getting traded out. And actually, Hydra does win the important one inside of art, so a small sign of life here for Heretics. You got the spawns you want. Unfortunate for them, not necessarily getting the kills. Scrap has been flying at them from the top row.
And this is going to be a race to a power position. Scrap at the ready. Real with a pushback. Oh, a teammate. Unfortunately, it looks here from the Thieves, but it's not going to matter too much. It's an immediate rebound, and that is going to be it. A wall, but a spawn in the backline. Immediately read there by Hydra, but dealt with by Metals. You're not out of the woods just yet, Heretics, but this is tough. You got to find a way into the point. Go for it, boys. Send it, fly forward. Scrap trying to find the multi at the end there, and this is going to be the last ditch attempt here from the Heretics. Oh, and you go, boys. Forward. Hydra cuts you down from behind. The perfect setup and the perfect hold out of the LA Thieves.
And add to the kills column as well towards the end there. Clean shots out of Hydra, and maybe the second half of the game clean from LA Thieves as well. I mean, you had like a 15, 20 point nail biter shape up the first go around, and then that first P4 happens, and Heretics had their opportunities. Had players get behind enemy lines, winning some gunfights back ARP, and then it was Envoy and Hydra from top and bottom P4. They ended up slamming them, get a near full 60, and the lead just becomes insurmountable. And of course, you love the look from LA Thieves as well. Once you start getting control of the game, get the distance, get pushed out a little bit. Maybe their brains just had to warm up to the competitive environment just a little bit, because once they had it, they never looked back.
Yeah, they broke the shape of the Heretics, and they were just unable to reform. Turned from a solid to a state of liquid, and it was all gas from the LA Thieves non-stop. There on vault. Great stuff from them. Just shy of 11 minutes. I know Jeremy Studd is counting this one, but hey, that was a fast hard point and a strong one there from the Thieves. I think a lot of silence there from the haters, as they've got to be feeling good. Finally breaking the hard point end chance. The end of that dirty little losing spree is finally in sight. They've done it. Now it's over to search and destroy.
And of course, that losing spree was, amongst some of the top hardpoint teams in the game. And Heretics is certainly a contender, but remember the graphic we showed at the start. Rancor's stats in the game mode have been electric, had the 6 overall KD, but it's a true test when you're going against an AR player like Scrap, and in the lobby, well, you saw there is still a bit of a gap. Scrap had 27 non-traded. I think Rancor maybe had 22 total, so it certainly helps when your team is putting yourself in good spots. And here's a look at Envoy doing exactly that. Those were the difference maker kills, so you always have to keep an eye on Envoy. When he's snapping pieces like that, it is for incredibly high impact moments, and frankly, the moments that help this team win the game.
Yeah, I think another major win there for the LA Thieves. Statistically, they were a bad-looking team when it came to the holds. They had some fantastic holds in that hard point final. Well, halfway through the second set, third set, nearly all of it. They were great. Really, really watertight setups. They were fantastic. It was really well identifying the Miami Heretic spawns. Pressure, 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 non-stop pressure. Not a huge game that we saw out of Hydra. You know, remember the first time we saw him on Rewind, we were like, okay, it's his year. Very, very different looks. Playing more sensible kills. Doesn't have to get that many for a big win. That's what you want to see out of the Thieves. For the Heretics, you started off strong. They just couldn't keep the pace, and this is a very strong indicator of that. P2 after that, folks, 2 seconds in 2 hard points. Very good looks out of the Thieves.
Yeah, and of course, that is that secondary P4 that they had, where they went from 132 to 180. Those were in the highlights, the kills you were seeing from Envoy. Just shreds a guy up top, lives with 2 HP, picks up another 2-piece down low, has Hydra waiting in the wings above him as well. And that well-orchestrated effort, well, Miles, you said pressure was the name of the game. Pressure can either make diamonds or it can crack you. In that game, Miami Heretics cracked like an egg, but over towards that protocol S&D. And this has been a map that I think has really been able to separate different teams and show like a skill gap in the game mode. Obviously, Ultra have gotten a lot of love because they've been steamrolling teams on it, but it's also a map where like the expectation at the start of the year, you just bang out the A site. There's like a standard set play for the attacking team, but now there's been a lot of developments, a lot more plays over towards B, a lot more effective retakes on the site coming through as well. And I think we're finally starting to see S&D evolve a little bit. We get to test these two teams and see who is ahead of the game, because I know for Heretics, started out super slow. Now they're finally getting some wins.
Again, you got wins. Now you got the Thieves. Turn that momentum, keep it rolling. That fuel is a powerful, powerful source of energy for you guys. Heretics, we've seen him have it in him. We've seen him close out, a game 5 here or there in search and destroy when the pressure is at the highest. Talking about pressure. Pressure's on now, boys. You do not want to go down 2-0 in a series against the Thieves, especially with the way that controllers looked.
And especially when it's the type of team that, like, if you get wins, you start to believe yourself a little more. But when you have these game 5 losses against Boston, who's been incredibly formidable, Ultra, who might be the best S&D team in the game, it plants that seed of doubt in the back of your mind. So for Heretics, can't entirely be trusted. And again, a team like Vancouver hasn't had the hottest hand on the online portion, but now those guys are starting to look a little bit better as well. But the middle of the pack is just an absolute bloodbath this year. Teams really struggling to set themselves apart. And I think we've really shown you have to be electric at all 3 game modes, really just to have a consistent fighting chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's better down where it's wetter versus the Thieves. Next map. Again, before we get into the triple dose of Hacienda, which is going to be very interesting. And again, the trend when it comes to these Heretics matches is game 5, win or lose. And obviously a couple more losses there in the tight moments than it has been in the dubs. For the Thieves, it's just trying to keep the mood good. It's trying to keep everything fine. They've faced a very, very solid amount of adversity. And I hate to say it, and as I've said it, we've been queued up a moment, folks, here. It's the 1v1 between Scrap and Dashi, which was funny enough in itself. That series was an unbelievable test of the mental for these guys. Let's have a look at the clip with comms.
No, don't try bad. I don't know, we're still there. And take it, and take it. You're playing Brendan. Oh my god! Come on, my bad, bro. I just scammed. You're bro, I meant to sneak, bro. That is the good play. Oh my god. You're looking at the good play of all time. Oh my.
No doubt about it, a moment and a clip that has been picked apart for good reason and bad across the entire COD sphere, whether you're on YouTube or on X here or wherever you may be. We've all talked about it, we've all had a laugh, and now it is now known as like the scrap or a dashi. So I pulled a dashi. If I lose a fight like that, if I win a fight like that, I pull the scrap. I mean, it's just the way it goes.
And hopefully, if you're playing ranked, you pull neither. Hopefully, you just win the clean gunfight. Don't actually punch in the air. Like, you want to keep things a little bit tighter than that. But I also appreciate like the dynamic in comms. Ghosty sort of focus on like the meta game, what they can improve on. Hydra and Scrap, it feels like they're just concerned about being the best player in the game. They want to keep everything close to perfection, which the record has not, with the game 5 faltering towards Optic Texas. Obviously, that 5-1 lead that they blew on the Hacienda going to haunt them. But that's just an opportunity to bounce back and get an S&D win right here, because obviously their record has been pretty solid. They're in an incredibly comfortable position. They just want to finish out their road right and try to be those top dogs come the major time. But vibes certainly flowing for the LA Thieves. They are not feeling stressed out at all. Meanwhile, Miami, well, Metals might take a bit of a hiatus, but that is look players who just got stun locked on the vault and know that they are going to be dealing with a ferocious team on the protocol.
Absolutely. In the road towards the major, of course, the LA Thieves, they want a clean sheet in the next 2 games to try to guarantee themselves that top spot. Ciao, easy mag. Is this the standings here? Just here at Major 1, again for the Thieves at 4-1, the Heretics that 2-3. They're also trying to stay alive in the winners bracket. They don't want to go home to Spain, to Madrid, to a beautiful city in front of an incredible crowd and have to play a one and done. That is not ideal for them. We'll see if they can find some success here against the Thieves and not only get that winners bracket, but also thwart the Thieves' dreams of #1 seed. Toronto, Optic, Breach, and of course, well, not so much as the Ravens at the moment. There's chances here for a few more of our squads to nick that top spot. Still on the road towards the major. Get your tickets now, folks. We'll be there in a few days.
It's super interesting battle too, because obviously for Heretics, you might be tied with Atlanta FaZe, but you're expecting Atlanta FaZe at this point to start winning matches. Like they win the minor and everybody goes, yeah, all right, never mind, they're back, it's cool. Salium getting way more active on the map, so you just need to sort of hold that line and keep that top 8 spot. So Miami know how important this is, how important every set of 10 points you can get on the CDL standings is going to be. But finally, a little levity on those bottom side cams, maybe some fist bumps getting out and about as well. Looking to see who's going to be the step up player on the protocol. And obviously in my mind, SMG players are going to set the tone. I know Hydra specifically in S&D, he just has like tails at different stages. At times he can get 4, 5 first bloodeds where he's just dying endlessly at the start of the rounds, and then there's times where he is quite literally the best player in the game mode. So we are simply waiting for this young man to step it up once again, as he has done year over year. On the flip side for the battle, again, maybe these two, him and Scrap, just going to see who can be a top slayer in the game, but neither player until LAN comes around can take that crown.
Not yet. We're also waiting for one of these players on your screen to successfully join the lobby. They're having a connection issue, but in the meantime, Scrap, who's taken a walk. This is how S&D has looked the month alone. January has been very kind to him with a 1.57 chance. His opening duel's very solid as well, and that kill per round is a guarantee.
You know, the stats we get once you have more like data coming through, if you're above 0.9 kills per round, you're one of the best S&D players in the game. So he has been setting pace and then some. He is comfortably one of the better S&D players we have. And I know he's talked about this on stream before. Like he's built the reputation of like a main slayer in Respawn, but I mean, he comes from the S&D scene as well. He was running pockets for years, even as a child. Now that he's here in the league, he doesn't feel like he's gotten enough respect and credit in the game mode, but I mean, he's been earning it so far. Those stats are pretty nutty, and I'm just trying to figure out who on the flip side for Miami is going to be stepping up to the plate to go toe-to-toe. It's going to be a fun battle indeed.
Yeah. Fist bumps complete. Scrap, get in your seat. We're loading up the map. Let's go, boys. Map 2. S&D on the way. A must win here for the Heretics. A big one on protocol. And again, good looks across the board. A strategically quite a deep map at times. You got to be looking for something new, something special, something that no one's seen before. Here on a map like this against teams like this. How's the end after this one, folks? But first and foremost, we're going first to 6. Let's get it.
Really want to set the tone on the offensive rounds as well. The S&D record for Miami Heretics, they've won their last 2. So when they started out, they were looking like the worst S&D team in the game, and the conversion sitting at 12th is the best indication of that, but that was their primary focus during the break. They've started to collect wins and the opportunity to strike first, and Hydra's out towards the boat, and that's Hydra getting Real 1 HP, but he's got his life, and his teammates have his trades, their opportunity to convert right from round 1.
Is it though? Envoy is now behind you, and that is going to be a problem in this 3v3 with the bomb planted by the A-bomb site. Lucky lives up to the name, gets away with it. He's going to be in the fight in just a moment's time. Envoy still on the prowl, waiting for the third man. Opening gunfight there as the bomb site has been totally vacated by the Heretics, and with good reason. Damage on the outside. The thieves are scrambling. Wait, there's a Lucky behind us. What a plot twist this is. 20 seconds, and you overtake the bomb site. He's on the defuse. Renkor's got to move. Renkor's got to go. Got to find the kill. And they do. And what a spicy start to our protocol.
Yeah, indeed, because that got a lot closer than you'd probably want it to. Scrap was more than 3/4 of the way through, but lucky by name, lucky by nature, as you pointed out, ends up making a really solid play call when he needs to hunt down Envoy. And by that, I mean, doesn't hunt him down, just sort of hides away, gets good timing to check up the top lighthouse. And even though Envoy gets through, their team converged around Big Door, and Lucky got active at the right time. Once there's noise being made, get in the mix, and efficient stuff there. So that's the first blood in conversion for Miami. That's the type of thing they needed to do. And right now, LA Thieves maybe looking to set the tone and go for a B hit, but another first blood from Rancor might have already shut this push down.
Slices Hydra down through top mid. Ghosty trying to play for intel here. Top mid, so many places you can be shot from. You gotta watch out for the flanks developing right next to you. There's Real in from behind. What an opener. Scraps on the hunt. He got spotted. Wow, nice shots over the box. Man advantage Heretics.
That's Intel on one. Obviously, Metals, he's got the A site basically by himself. Rancor's throwing shoulders P2, and he got lucky out by the helicopter. So the only route available, funnily enough, is through the double doors in the middle of the map, and that is the exact route that Envoy finds. So Envoy able to pick up a freebie, but unfortunate for him, his teammate doesn't help him out, leaves him in a 1v2 that he might just make work.
Lucky Envoy. Two pivotal players in the previous round, and now they find themselves head-to-head to decide the winner of round 2. And Lucky might be able to catch him out once again, and he does. The power position, whether it's the triple windows or whether it's top grandmas, pays off. Heretics find their second in a row.
That's also 2 rounds where Lucky just gets the perfect reposition to catch Envoy as well. The first round, it was letting him sort of slip through over by Lighthouse. This time, when Lucky wins the gunfight on Scrap, that was bombed down. Lucky knows that that's bombed down towards P1. And I mean, if you're Envoy, you're just expecting Lucky to be hanging out, chilling by that helicopter and looking over the bomb. But Lucky takes the opportunity, seizes the moment, knows if he's down P4, let's take some space and get to a spot. Envoy just doesn't have time to check. So 2 perfectly played rounds out of Lucky. Heretics happy for the first bloods as well, hunting for the first one here, but Lucky falls. But you got the trades there, and that's A-site dominance for Miami.
Also got the RC car. Let's see if that works out a little bit later on. Bomb planted, here we go. Envoy. Clears bottom side elevators. Stun check, gets away, draws some aggression. The rest of his teammates now trying to make their way through the other side of the map over towards Spiral. Real gets tags in, tagged up himself though, has to retreat. Pressure now through the front door. The clock's in the red. Metals into the feed. Heading in himself too. Hydra might have caught that nade in between his teeth. No, he doesn't. All down to Ghosty, and damn, Daniel, can you find the 2v1? What a spot to be in. Shoulders in the depths. Real up close, and no hope in hell. Heretics 3-0.
And how about that for the exchange, right? We got the first death from Lucky's perspective there through the middle of the map, but where Lucky was dealing with 3 players, that means whoever's playing the A site is isolated for LA Thieves, and the rest of Heretics capitalize. Real able to just bully out Scrap down low. Have to imagine the stuns and nades there to back them up as well. So Real gets that 5-1 start. 2 players right now from Heretics looking super clean in the game mode. And again, Protocol is a map where you can set yourself apart. And so far, Miami are doing exactly that.
It's 3 rounds in a row. We've seen wilder comebacks. But so far, the Thieves yet to really get effective. Stuns and a good nade. You've got to watch out. What a slide right onto the site. We take care of Metals, and now we have an opportunity to plant the bomb.
Big gunfight as well. Yeah, Real versus Scrap. Scrap's got the reads and the damage. He just backed him down, so he shut down that push. And Real, maybe watching players fly, but that's a trophy. Gonna stop that as well. A 4v3 hold on P4. Easiness from Thieves.
Don't do it, son. They've got the numbers. They've got all the corners. You got to find his teammates get a little bit of damage elsewhere, but this setup is very, very strong. That's a bad one there. 4-2. The life count. Timing. Oh, no. Lets the shot fly, and that's enough to turn heads. Immediate trades, and that is it. Done. Thieves, man advantage. Thieves with the setup. Thieves with the round.
Yeah, and a lovely setup for the 4v3 as well. I mean, you can easily leave 1 player to watch the bottom elevators, and that means, well, 1 player can watch the elevators, absolutely no sweat. You get a guy on the computer's heady, he can watch big door, that's not a sweat. He's never gonna die, even if there's multiple people, he can just back himself down. And the other 2 players for the Thieves just worried about Spiral, and everyone in position to be able to trade out any single gunfight given the situation. So that is the bounce back round. Thieves were necessary to get. They do stop the bleeding, but Heretics in a pretty solid spot as well. They're spreading the map, playing for picks. Rancor's got eyes on everybody. Can you find this first blood?
Real was unable to finish a kill either, so the Thieves have got away by the skin of their teeth. Lucky, though, manages to stop that. Immediate wrap here from Rancor with bomb in hand and the fast plant towards A. Man advantage for the Heretics, and with the bomb planted. Oh, no, it's falling to pieces. Man advantage, it's a 4v1.
Yeah, I honestly can't believe Heretics didn't get a first blood quicker. They had a demon set up to trap the players coming in through mid, and it pays off. Players like Real just so distant on the map. And for Ghosty, Rancor might have given him a freebie there, but the instantaneous trades in Heretics, I mean, night and day, the difference in their S&D gameplay for the first 2 weeks and now. And Real continues to have a field day. 7-2 start, and him and his teammates found themselves in the perfect spots off the jump. The info is just instant from Rancor. The follow-up is there from Real. Lucky able to strike in the feed as well. I'm players taking turns, and they have just sort of had a nice little reset, a 4-1 lead. Incredibly comfortable in this S&D.
Incredibly comfortable, and not a good look for the Thieves. Map count. They don't want to lose these rounds. They want them to be clean. Again, we're thinking about first seed, but for now, we're just thinking about the series, thinking about 10 CDL points, thinking about all these nades and stuns. They've just hit computers, and the slide across the Heretics, finding themselves in the preferred positions down low. This could spell doom for the Thieves.
Well, maybe not. Not if you get the B plan out. How quickly are these Heretics players going to turn for it? Finally, they recognize it and start wrapping back, but not before the bomb goes down. Planted in the default spot, but with 4 men alive. I'm liking LA's odds, but Lucky able to strike for the first blood. So Heretics 4v3 on this retake.
Well, we're able to hit the retake. We jumped the defuse. Just get on it, mate. Real, lay down. Start pushing buttons. No worries. An immediate destructive push. Hydra, 25 seconds. Last man alive. Number 1. Oh, he can't even get it. Rancor stays alive, and the Heretics, a big smile out of Lucky. What an unbelievable search this is.
And that was just the full send strat, and they got broken down immediately. Another first blood from Miami, and I think that might be 3 for Lucky on this map alone, who, by the way, sitting on a 5 streak. And when talking about Hydra and his differences in S&D from different stages, sometimes he is non-existent on the map, and when he figures it out, he can become and ascend to the best player in the game. But right now, 1-5 on the map, struggling in this game mode.
Struggles will continue. 5-1. You've been here before, Thieves, on the other side of the stage, though. Lucky's still got his RC to play with. Will it matter, though?
Oh, my God.
Scoreboard, not what you want to be looking at, folks. The stats on the bottom side are more important. Real, first blood, 9-2. Can he find his 10th kill of the map in this very round? He is on track for it. RC car as well. Over the top. Ghosty down and out. That's number 10.
Oh, and now you get so much freedom. You can do anything you want, and what you want is to kill Hydra for a 1 versus 4. We'll see if the Phenom can bring it to the table.
Timing might be great. Ah, he got spotted. Rancor guns him. The Heretics bounce back with a vengeance. They're in the search and destroy protocol, a thing of the past. An absolute flash in the pan there for the LA Thieves. We go to Hacienda, and we will stay on Hacienda until the end of the series now, folks, as the Thieves just got smacked.
Hey, look, I mean, hard work pays off. Miami Heretics, there was one thing and one thing only holding them back from the first 2 weeks of the qualifiers. It was search and destroy. And a map like that, you can tell they have put the extra effort in. You just had Lucky and Real absolutely shining lights in that game. It might be something like 18-5 combined from those two players. And a 6-1 stuffing there on Protocol. LA Thieves, well, maybe a little bit lackluster in the break. Getting bullied out like that, not a pleasant experience. So it's going to be a fun time here. I am now officially, truly hoping for a Game 5.
Well, very possible. Triple dose Hacienda on its way, and I'm not a doctor, folks, but that might kill some of your desk. How are we guys feeling after that one?
Oh, boy.
I'm feeling good, bro.
Wheelin's wheeling over here. Can we talk about this, Ant? Why are the Heretics good at search and destroy right now? I thought this is a team that's supposed to suck at search. You play a top 4 team, you should get busted on.
Yeah, I mean, they won 3 straight searches now, and they look good. The retakes were there. You know, the map was wide open. LA Thieves in that map just literally don't know what they want to do. I mean, Hydra's literally 1-5 going into this last round. You saw, like, a player just gets top their building off the rip, and there's no response. He ends up finding 2 kills. You have to be able to take initiative in this game. Like, there's a couple different ways you can play it.
Right.
Like, you can all play together, try to bang out one side of the map and play retake, but, like, Thieves just aren't doing either way. Like slow playing a pick, at least you have to get information. You can't give up all of the middle of the map, right? So for Heretics, they've done a lot of research. They've done a lot of work in Search and Destroy. They're going to take that space if you give it up to them, right? So it's just simple concepts of like, you're going to give us space, we're going to take it. And this is the round where like the retake comes in. Like this bomb's down, it should be a round win. Instead, the player gets through, finds a pick, and now you lost. So for Heretics, they look good.
You guys highlighted that Hydra was kind of on watch, especially when it comes to Search and Destroy. First blooded numerous times throughout this game. It seemed like he is just not able to find any flow. Allie, what is different now that he's in Thieves?
I don't know exactly what is different with him in LA Thieves. I think he might just be getting caught. Maybe he's not used to not having somebody with him, because for LA Thieves, like I even wrote it down, like they need to work on their opening duels. Like they're making it harder for themselves because they're 11th in league and getting them, but they convert it 80% of the time. So they're just giving themselves a disadvantage.
Can I tell you guys what's wrong with Hydra and Search?
Hit me.
You know who else is struggling in Search? It is Kismet. Maybe they needed each other more than they thought. I mean, when you watched it, it's kind of the same thing, man. Kismet feels like he's lost in Search, making plays alone. They have to figure out a world on different teams, like how to work with their new sub-duo, because it's the same thing. When I watch Hydra and when I watch Kismet, it's not the same.
Nameless is calling it week 4 of the Major 1 qualifier that Hydra and Kismet need each other. Do they return on the same team before the season's over?
I just think that they were so accustomed to both wreaking havoc on the map, getting into such advantageous positions and being a nuisance. They played off each other really well, and now both of them have a different sub-duo, and they're both seemingly struggling in the game mode. I think it's just a huge dynamic shift for them, and they have to learn to play with their new guys.
Okay, Allie, we got to draw some conclusions before this game 3. Let's jump right into it. Map 1, break it down for me.
We're just going to jump into the hill that basically kind of gave LA Thieves the biggest advantage throughout the entirety of this map, and also just the way they played it together was really good. So we're going to go straight into the mini-map. You know, this is kind of what I stare at the entire time watching a hardpoint, and it's basically just going to be LA Thieves off spawn here, moving towards P3. There's not a lot of time left on P2 here, and so they're just kind of going for some pressure on the top side of the map and hoping to push through to the end. The biggest player to watch right now is going to be Scrap. He's going to push through all the way to tower and try and get this kill on this guy in Miami all the way here in the back side of things. So he's going to make this push. Excuse me, my play button is not wanting to do its job right now. But basically what Scrap does here is he is going to push himself into this tower. He's going to get the kill on this guy, and they're going to get the full time here to put themselves in position to get about over 30 points, so that it's the biggest lead in the entirety of the game. And so let me see if I can get it to play.
Let's see.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and helping out.
I think it's a little bit bugged right now, but it's all good.
Right now, we're a little bugged right now, but basically that was the breakdown. Is this was just a big hill where LA Thieves finally were able to pull away and win the hard point.
They get big kills, and then they go on big rotations, and they win by 100. But that was game 1. Game 3. Who has the advantage? You still go in Miami?
Yeah, they've been great in control. I got Miami winning this game 3.
Well, speaking of Miami, they could be fan favorites in just 1 week as we are headed to Madrid, Spain, the official Major 1 hosted by Toronto Ultra. But you have to think the Spaniards are going to be local legends. Nameless, I know you and I are fired up to find out why are so many roofs red in Madrid.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's tweeted me yet. Can somebody please tweet me why and tell me why all the roofs are red? Because it looks dope. And honestly, I can't wait to go to the city. I'm going to be staying out there a couple extra days. I can't wait.
One global man may have an answer to this question. He goes by the name of Miles, the Ross boss. Miles, is it Clay?
Stir, the coach of the Ravens.
Oh, like why are the roofs red?
Roofs in Madrid. Why are they so red?
This guy below me. This guy.
Chance, can you tell us before that?
Yeah, it's terracotta clay. It's just readily available, like all throughout like Western Europe kind of deal, and it's super cheap. It's good for home insulation. I can Google. I have that.
Nadal's pretty good at
Chance.
it. On it too. All right, go ahead, guys. Talk COD.
Let's talk some Call of Duty. Okay, so now we go to Hacienda. We stay on Hacienda until the end of the series. We've got ourselves a control hardpoint and S and Dizzle to close this one out. Chance, how are we feeling about this? Obviously, that was a ridiculous bounce back there from the Heretics. 6-1, superb scoreline. Confidence flowing, but we go to control.
Well, I think like when we're looking at these teams, it's like expectations versus reality kind of vibes. So for Heretics, their expectations have been sort of middle of the pack. You got new players. How how much better can you get? Well, when it came to S&D, they made improvements. When it came to control, well, they've slowed down. They were elite on vault control. They had a perfect record at the start of the year. But now that Hacienda has made its way through, that opens up the potential for protocols to be played. It opens up the potential for Haciendas to be played. And easy bans against Heretics. If you don't want to deal with the vault control prowess, you just take it out. So now you have to be good at a second map. Heretics gonna have to add Hacienda, their home map, to their repertoire, or else things are gonna begin to falter.
Oh dear. Well, 4-2 for both our squads, but Hacienda, the relative unknown at this moment in time. Again, the newest addition to the CDL map pool. Who knows, might get a couple more in season 2 when we get back from Madrid. But until then, we're going to be keeping an eye on Ghosty, who in January alone, a 1.22. Plenty of damage there per 10 minutes. We'll see if this amounts to absolutely anything. Are those stats going to tell the tale of this map? We'll find out.
Yeah, clean slide by Rancor, so athletic in game. Not a clue about in real life, but hey, Scrap gets the first blood. Easy reads on Real. Doesn't make a difference. Where did Metals even just get these kills from? Might have been on the opposite side of the hallway, but whatever just happened, you get bodies on the point. The B zone to open up. Hydra is behind you, but the front line getting chopped down. But how about those trades? Hydra gives you 2, waiting in the wings, and now those LA Thieves red arrows are swarming around your spawn.
Okay, look, 4 dead, 3 dead. Okay. Whoa, if not for Rancor, another 4. Okay, Envoy's got it covered. Passes the intel to the next lads. Ghosty immediately goes in to pick him up, find those kills on the way out towards the B zone. Nice shots once again from Envoy. This is perfect pressure. The key word here in this series as the Thieves maintaining it. Pressure still towards B though. You're able to get out now. Can you relieve some of it? Lucky finding nice shots there. Trades once again, but he and Metals, they managed to fight their way through and they stop the clock on B.
I'm just worried about this. This might look like, boys, we're desperate for Vault. That was a tough swing of things, but as bad as that was, I suppose it's only a 4 life difference, so Heretics may be able to have a little bit of fight in them as this second tick is going to roll through, and Scrap is going for the power position, but while you take that over, Rancor is here for the wins. Metals wins his on the point. That is a 3 spree on the time, and the B zone might just fall.
And that's that. Great work there from the Heretics. B zone captured, minute 27 to play, and they're already on A. And again, look at the front line. It's Real. Metals might be dancing around 10, and another 2 go down. Thieves now in a pair of them through the bottom side of the map. Metals with a quick stack. What a turn this is from the Heretics. Pressure. Once again, the word of the series. Go, Thieves, go. They line up. Oh, what a trade. And the fight is done. And A is safe for a second. Ghosty does get brought down. Real's the last man alive now. He's gone. Thieves can finally breathe.
And tied up on the life count as well. This is a Thieves sort of desperation effort to hold on to this, because what an electric moment. Whether you're David Bowie or Freddie Mercury, you're happy to find that amount of pressure on the map, but now it's corners up for the Thieves players in and around lobby. Lucky though with a little bit of intel and a nice win on Scrap. That opening sieve. Heretics though, you can see they've slowed the pace down. They know how important these lives are. You have to whittle these players out one by one.
And there you go. The LA Thieves, you can call them Vanilla Ice because they had a sample of that pressure. And what the
teamwork.
Okay, teamwork makes the dream work. Keep going, boys. You've got some space. You were gifted a team kill. Thieves now starting to drive the life forward. Last ones here for the Heretics. 9 for the Thieves. Final 30 seconds. Anything could happen.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen is effectively, I mean, I don't know how you chalk this one up, to be perfectly honest, because you ended up getting 5 ticks. Like, this could have been a round where LA Thieves just completely slam you. And on the life count, that's the way it plays off towards the end. But I'd say all things considered, maybe Heretics sort of happy to cut those losses because on the objective front, they sort of found their stride. But maybe not so much fun when you're in those very intense moments. You know you need this like really good team push and you just start things out with a team kill. That is not a fun situation and not really a big believer in the clutch, but I don't know. That is just a wild first round. Hacienda Control continues to produce moment after moment.
Wonderful moments indeed. Again, Heretics outside of your one, team kill. That was a really, really good retake on B. And perfect timing on the aggression towards A. Nice map coverage as well. By the time B was done, A was already getting progress made there. So objectively minded moves there from the Miami Heretics. We'll see how they look on defense. Now, Thieves, it's your turn to attack A and B.
Well, apparently just A. That's the zone they're going to be dialed in on off the rip. Rancor gets traded out, but gives you a blood. Easy reads on the pressure through the hallway, but maybe not on Metal's flank. And there's Metal's at least striking the feed. Trey's coming out all over the place, but not a lot of time on the point just yet. So Thieves not able to stop the clock, and I mean, they're stuck on the top side of the map. So the A zone, that's just where they're forced to go. Ghosty finally here, who, by the way, is on a 6 spree. They get 7. He'll be thinking about a cruise.
7 in a row. Hellstorm. He gets them on the zone. He gets even more. I got yeah, we'll go on that later. Takes a decent amount of points, but it can be quick time to get streaks here in BO6. 11-6 for Scrap. 11-7 now, as he can't get himself out of the garage over towards the A side of the map. Not going to happen. Envoy now pressuring his way through the outside of fences, and it is endless. You can't seem to buy a couple of kills in a row right now for the Thieves, and on the way we go. Chill, see how things work out.
Ooh, hey, this is not a fun looking minimap though. His team right now is just going to be in an absolute spawn trap, and if he's not on the clock, well, it's not going to stop it. So now you only have 23 seconds. His team has made it to support him through the middle of the map though, so an opportunity to play for kills, bait some players out. Players poking their head up through you, but the coverage isn't there quick enough, and now the clock continues to tick. 17 left. Thieves gotta go.
Yeah, not as successful in the attacking round as the Heretics were, but it's not over yet. 10 seconds. Real done and out. That's going to be enough time to stop it. Whoa! Snaps onto his teammate. Hydra is turned. Scrap, thankfully, doesn't take any damage. He gets a trophy down. Able to now provide a bit of assistance here on the capture. Metals, you heard the reload. Will you check it? Unfortunately, you do, but the perfect disappearing act as the young Hydra Houdini manages to stay alive, and they capture B.
In the nick of time as well. So close on that front, but Heretics not able to get the pressure where they need it. And now, I mean, this is 2 bodies on the A zone. This is already nearly 2 ticks through. They're gonna get the second one of progress. And at least Lucky's there to strike and get him off the time, but similar to what we saw in round 1, the team on defense has a stranglehold. You blink, you miss it, and the round is nearly over. Thieves now have plenty of time and a life lead.
Would be some life leads of 4 lives. Makes a big difference. Whittle them down one by one. Back over to Envoy. Big difference maker here in the attacking round for the Thieves. 40 seconds to go. Stun checks all over the place. Teammates finding kills. Finding these avenues of attack now towards the A zone. Clear out the top side, and they're going to hop the point. But again, whoa, making a good job to truly clear the top side. Envoy does that. Diligent on the attack. Just about 20 seconds to go, and Lucky, a stalwart of defense. He may have just saved it for his boys. Scrap the last line.
How about that life for Lucky? 15 seconds. Once again, you get an LA Thieves player behind enemy lines, but just getting caught. They didn't want the objective, and they're not gonna get it. Deja vu all over again from round number 1, where the team on offense, it looks like such a painful spot. A minute goes by, they get 5 ticks of progress. So all tied up on the Hacienda control front between these 2 squads, and maybe the only thing to pay attention to going to the next round is Lucky just had a monstrous performance. Here's a look at the best play where he was able to collect, and he turned this life into a 6 spree as well. So him, Ghosty, Scrap, they've all taken turns trying out to see if they can get a Hellstorm in the back pocket. Lucky, an opportunity to give you something a little extra.
He gave you a lot in the Search and Destroy as well. So Lucky delivering today for the Heretics teams and fans. We're not done yet, though, folks. We swap sides once again. Heretics map point to take the lead here. Oh, wait, what the hell? Am I faded? I'm faded.
We all
take that all back
from time to time.
Time to... It's only round 3. Chill, Ross. I just took a peek at the script. Sorry, guys. I jumped a few pages forward. My bad. Anyway, back into it. Lucky, still in a 6.
Who wrote it this go around?
I can't remember. Let me check the back. We all take turns, folks. Lucky keeping the capture going. He's got Metals there patrolling the top side of Plat, who manages to get rid of Hydra. So you remove Hydra from the play, and you keep the capture going at B. And Crew, that Hellstorm, excuse me, has absolutely got Lucky's name written all over it if he can keep this going.
Yeah, Metals just does his job, by the way. So we're on Hellstorm watch for the moment. We can't ever remember what it's called, but what I know is Lucky's job has been made easy. It's just guns forward, but easier for Scrap is winning that one and taking them off it. So who cares about the score streak? These cared about the zone, not even 2 ticks of progress, and what was sequenced to be a beautiful setup there for Miami Heretics. All said and that ends well, and for Thieves, that's just the time. They're in a comfy spot. They got players all over the map, and if they didn't know where Real was, they certainly do now.
One thing is to know, the other thing is to get the kill. So good stuff, Hydra. 45 seconds remaining on the round. And that's annoying. Nice 2 dead. A little bit of space to work with, and Rencor just cooling off after a big old gunfight. And Scrap. Perfect reads and a cranked headset. Gets himself 2.
You know, honestly, for me, it's Schadenfreude. I hate when players take the swimming routes, and I love to see them die. So my bad on that one, but, you know, shout out Scrap. Either way, action back on the B zone. And that's 2 in the feed there from Heretics. So, again, a blink and you miss it moment. Last 2 players on the defensive end for Thieves, and they're gonna fall. Lucky there to take it from you, just as they have taken this B zone. Last-ditch effort, but that's just gonna cost you some lives, or Scrap gives you 2. The unpredictable, and Scrap is undeniable. That's a clean 4 down.
That might be round. That might be round. Look at the pressure. The P word again, folks. That's right. And it's the Thieves delivering it once again. Envoy laying down behind. Well, you are dead to rights. Oh, my word. The goal line save from the LA Thieves. What a 3rd round. Wait. No. What a dive from Rencor. What a play from Scrap.
Yeah, and we're going to check out the best play as well, hopefully, because he had no right to win at least the first 2 gunfights. You know, if you're the 2 players on time, the only play is for these guys to jump over the plat, but, well, you bait for Scrap, and he delivers. That is trust from Envoy and a strap from Scrap. Gives you 4, or at least contributing effort in a 24-11 performance. He is a titan in this lobby.
Remember all that talk about the script, boys and girls? I lied. Thieves. What a round. They've turned heel on us. 17-9 out of Scrap. An unbelievable play. Sorry, 24-11. Bottom right-hand side of the screen. That's what we're going to be looking for the correct stats right now. A slight lead in the segment war, though, for the Miami Heretics. They'll be getting defense in round 5 if we can get that far, and they're going to want it. Thieves trying to make a case for the B zone, and so far, it's quite compelling.
And Scrap is the entry man for the team as well, so if you don't think he's willing to get in the mix, take a look at that. It's the SMG players, they're going to be the last one in line, and unfortunately for Envoy, he's found himself in a triangle of players, but the teamwork there for the Thieves on point. And the disappearing act, not good enough, but on the A attack, Ghosty stopping the clock. LA Thieves, they're just buying themselves time. You get Hydra inside of office, controlling the power positions. And while Ghosty gets traded out, Envoy's right there to pick him back up.
Oh, and Rencor saw the nade be thrown, so he should know exactly where he is. Ah, nice work there, up close with the PDW. Ah, two beasts with a bit of help from his friends. Real. A very tall task now, mate, to get him off of the A zone. Lucky covers his top side of the corridor. Now pressure in. That's Real. Real finds 2 there on the point. A little bit of help from the boys, and they saved the second segment at A.
Yeah, he was 13-22 at the start of this spree, but if you're in like spawn kill position, you got to make something of it, but the stun grenades make something of him, and his teammates not there to get pressure on the map. Thieves, I mean, they are prowling right back, attacking this B zone.
Immediate pounce back over to B. Here comes Hydra. In and out, waiting for anything here. He's got numbers, and now the stack. Thieves, you could close out B here right now, and that is going to be it. Defense secured. A 3-man stack. Trophies in place. 2-man. It's not over until it's over. There's the secure.
Yeah, and you get off his control as well. Envoy locking it down. If you're an SMG player and you want to learn how to play on Hacienda, Envoy showing off the goods right there. You see extra kills being collected in the feed, and they can't get past the front line. Scrapping Ghosty, just hanging out at home. Hydra, a little bit of love towards Big Ernie at the end, but LA Thieves comfy in the respawns, and they needed Scrap for one pop-off play. Outside of that, a well-orchestrated effort, barely breaking a sweat.
And after that one play from Scrap, you were a fraction of a second away from completing the capture on B. That would have changed the whole map for their Heretics. Scrap had himself a map, folks. We've said that many times, and we will continue to say that until he has a cataclysmic drop-off at some point in his career. Then there'll be a YouTube series, and there'll be a heartfelt, emotional, tweet longer or whatever it is these days. He'll do a video, he'll retire, he'll become a coach for another team. It'll be an incredible story. Model, of course, after his role model, Clayster. What an incredible journey he will have in 10-ish years' time. But until then, Scrap had himself a map. Thieves take the lead.
Yeah, 29-14, and we're gonna wax poetic a little bit about the future, but right now the only future is a potential 3-1 win because the respawns have simply been too easy. And yeah, Scrap and Titan in the lobby. He had 27 non-tradeds in the first hard point that we saw, and no one was really there to match him. Lucky had a moment, but that was a 6 spree that just brought his KD all the way back up to 1, let alone and then some. So Rankor and Lucky struggling just a little bit. Real felt the pressure of that one, and you can see Heretics not quite on point. Anytime you have those moments where like the map is nice and quiet, you just have to stabilize, take your time and work something as a team, and you entry with a team kill, it's not ideal. Either way from LA Thieves, little moments like that, just able to capitalize. And no questions, I would say, in the respawn game modes, at least for me, for LA Thieves, you expect them to deliver performances like this.
Yeah, I mean, it was outside of, as you called it, perfectly made. A couple of little mistakes and a couple of turns there for the Heretics that don't quite work out, and then magic from Scrap. That would have been a much closer game of control. A step or two behind. And wicked work there from the Thieves. Great stat lines as well. And a decisive bit of work there to win that 3-1. Final moments there. Absolutely superb. There's all smiles there from the LA Thieves as we go into another hard point. We stay on Hacienda, boys and girls. For one of these teams, it might be Hacienda. And we might get a search.
And Hacienda as well for control. It really seems like you have to be on point as a team because the map sort of delivers a bunch of different looks. You have the opportunity to be creative. Offense and defense have the opportunity to get wins. And on hardpoint, it's probably the most sort of like structured old school kind of COD map we have, in a sense of like you really do need to focus in on rotations. You have to be rotating when there's 20-25 seconds left on old time, depending on where you're going, P2 to P3 especially, and you have big opportunities to lock them down. P2 you can turn into a full 60, P4 you can turn into a money hill as well. So if you have those poor moments, if you're having those like little team kill things slip through, top teams in the game will absolutely punish you. So Hacienda, you have to bring your A game. None of those skyline weird spawns, parallels coming through, bailouts where you can just full send and get mixy. You need structure.
Structure. It might not be a hot take, but Hacienda alongside maybe Red Card, two of my favorite hard points in Black Ops 6.
I dig Red Card's fun to play, man. It really is.
Yeah, Red Card, really fun to play. I miss Rewind though, can't lie. I know you're listening, Spence.
I miss
know
it.
you're listening. Here we go, folks. Hacienda. Will it be structured? Will it be sound? Will it be chaotic like our first map was? That vault was wild until, halfway through the second set with Thieves took over. Will there be another takeover moment? Will there be another scrapping that changes the face of a map, that breaks the Heretics down? And once they were the sum of their parts, then they are merely scattered to the 4 wins. We'll find out in a moment, folks. Confidence key. Confidence is a weapon here in the CDL. And right now, a tale of 2 sets of player cams.
Yeah. For LA Thieves, well, the player cams are obviously going to be happy, and it is because they have a team with a full tool set, right? You need those high IQ rotation plays. Envoy is going to deliver. Do you need the main slang performances? Scrap is going to be doing that and then some. Is it a position where like an AR player needs to rotate? Ghosty will absolutely do that as well. And some people like to be referred to as King of the Hill. Some people like Hill Kitten, Ghosty. He just wants the dub in the end. He will be happy to sit inside the time from Heretics. They're going to be tested. One of the top teams we have here in the game, and for Miami again, they are just trying to hold the line of that 8th seed, tied up with Atlanta, a squad we expect to get wins. And I mean, listen, the story for even like Minnesota Rocker has just been grit. What's grittier than sneaking your way into the 8th spot into the winner's bracket in the final moments? That is a dangerous team to be just chewing there, or chomping at the bit rather, in that 9th spot. Heretics, you gotta make sure you hold the line, and a big moment here to prove your worth against a top squad.
Quick looking at the standings once again. We're waiting again. The Thieves seem to be having an issue getting in the lobbies. We will work on it ASAP, folks. But before we get into that, once again, the sort of journey towards the major.
Oh, Journey. I miss him. He's great on the Heretics back in the day.
We do indeed. Well, we'll get to that. Life is a journey after all. And Scrap's journey through map 1 was pretty good. That was his 34 and 22 hardpoint on Vol. Again, a bit of a wriggly game to start things off, but with the 55 seconds of hill times towards the very end, he did make some absolutely mega plays. He was Mr. Top Art for a long time when it came to the P4, P3 rotations. Superb position to be in there. And a 1.55 in the KD. Can't complain.
And I'd say on like just a gunny front, all the 1v1s he's been taking against the other AR players, if it's not lucky drop shotting, he's been absolutely feasting as well. So yeah, 27 non-tradeds really set the tone, and you know, you just expect it from him. That 16-19 performance is one that's gonna, you know, we're gonna meme him for the rest of his career, but just because of how much of a standout it was. And I suppose it's the exact same map. So if he gets 7, we'll be happy.
If he gets 7, the crowd will go wild. But we got to get into the map first. For now, just thinking about, you know, the implications here for the general standings. Heretics fighting for winners bracket. Thieves want to keep the map count as good as possible. If they go to a head-to-head tie, it comes down to series wins. It's a head-to-head, and if it gets into a sort of a 3-way, 4-way tie, which could honestly happen, depending on how Boston plays a bit later on today, and it comes down to what map win percentage. I'm already fluffing this up, but it's not good for the LA Thieves. The more maps they lose, the uglier things get. Asiana hardpoint, a chance for Scrap to right the wrongs of yesterweek. Here we go.
The tiebreakers always get wild. I think we've had like a 5-way tie before. There's times where a team with like a 2-5 record is able to make it in a winner's bracket. There's times where a team with like a halfway decent record ends up in losers. In the middle of the pack is extremely close. Things often get weird, so every map does matter. And Hacienda is certainly one that Lucky, very familiar with it. And again, he was teaming with Metals and Journey. Way back in the day, you're used to the hallway chows, and that is a bloodbath in the middle of the map, and Hydra loves it. There to give you 3.
The man who wins it all, though, is Envoy, the king of the hill, the last player standing until the respawns come through, and boy, are they coming through. Here they fly. Through Bomb Secret, through you, and straight into the hearts and minds of Scrap, who's taken damage, dealt damage to nearly 3 players.
I mean, hey, yeah, you call him the damage dealer as well. Nearly threw up 4K in map number 1, but where the damage and the kills falter, Rencor there to thrive. There's a little 3 spree from him, and able to win the extra one with the Jackal. That is the God gun.
I'm just thinking, though, the pressure that Scrap has on himself right now, like, it's in the back of his head. There's no denying it. Every time he gets gunned, every time, like, and that one, that felt a little extra. Pressure now towards P2. Ghosty making his way through Zig, gets himself one, straight to the point. Rencor, down. Envoy's in. Straight back over. Nice turn from Real. What a nade that is as well. Everything being thrown at Zig, you name it.
Yeah, it's always Zig control, though. If you control Zig, you get the time, and that's why LA Thieves are able to make that first break. Ghosty, able to work his way through, but if you get Zig control, you can break anything. Rancor gonna break it down, giving you 3, but Real keeping up the pressure as well. Now, how about that for the AR battle? Maybe it is Rancor's turn to thrive. Final 20 seconds. You got Thieves players gonna have to chalk it up and maybe play containment. You don't want anybody to slip through on this rotation, but maybe Rancor able to take a route. Question is, does he just go all the way through? He has 1 battle to win, and he takes care of Scrap. Good news for Scrap. His boys there for the trades. LA Thieves, they'll be on the new time first.
Good news for Scrap. He's halfway to tying that 6-kill game. I will make a request of the Observer team if we can get over towards Scrap's POV when we get him to 5 kills. If he can get towards the 6th, in the meantime, it's all Heretics. It's all Heretics in the hard point. Big 3 out of Lucky. Here's the contest. And Scrap's getting caught again.
Oh, he's so far pushed out as well. This is actually prime position from Lucky. You do have pinchers rolling through, so you got to start making decisions. If you're the Heretics players, Metals gets dropped on the back line. Real going to fall as well, so Lucky needs to be there to help his teammate. There's the first kill, but you see they have lost the time, and the final 20 seconds is worth fighting for. They're pouncing. They're jumping on it. Lucky getting after it. Lucky delivers in a 7 spree and the Hellstorm. How well can he use that tool?
Big wins. Rotation, Real. Here comes a big hit. Thieves are in. They break their way through the middle of the map. Lucky's going to be pinching his way through what we call Lambo. Definitely not one.
Nope.
Hydra, nice work. He's 11-8 so far. Big turnaround in the game here for the LA Thieves. Trying to mount the comeback.
Here comes the Hellstorm. Rancor is the man with the hallway control. Metals wins a gunfight on the pinch. You don't want to die to the extra cruises, though. You got to be careful you land it right on top of Envoy. Heretic's able to break through, but it's a pinch right now. The Omega pinch coming in from LA Thieves. Every single angle being attacked, and look at those strikes. You trade them out, you gun them down. Lucky, the last man to fall. Horrible usage of the Hellstorm, and LA Thieves happy for the time.
And they'll take it. 14-8 now for Hydra, makes it 15. A 7 spree now on the other side, but he doesn't do it objectively, so he's nowhere near the Hellstorm. Scrap stunned. Naded, you name it. They're going for him. And he gets brought down again. Scraps, once again, he and Envoy having a bit of a struggle, but the scoreline's still working out here. Thieves, they are fighting on Hacienda.
And honestly, for Heretics, they are fighting more. Hydra's doing everything he can, but it was the kill Hydra got inside of P2, taking down Lucky first. He just bought his team an extra 15 seconds of hill time, because now Lucky off spawn is going to be so out of picture with the Hellstorm. So a painful moment. All that effort for nada, and now the ARs dominating the kill feed for LA Thieves, and you get Ghosty comfortable on the time.
Is this kill number 6? It's not. What a snap from Envoy. The damage into the second player buys his boys more time in the hard point. Exactly what you're getting. Thieves are doing a lovely job of holding on to this time. Let's go for a quick listen in with the LA Thieves.
Fire in on him. Low fire. One shot of secret, and then low fire. Out low fire.
In the back, already scrapped. He's on statue. Just hold.
That's just spawn out. We're gonna spawn out. Absolute. One shot back statue. Back statue. One on old. One on new. One on new. Going straight to new.
I'm going to the back.
I have your side wall door. Nothing. Look for Lucky in the back. Out of the back. I'm giving up wall door. On time. We're spawning out. We're gonna be in lobby. 2 on time, I think.
I'm front of lobby. Weak. He's going well door. Well door.
One shot. Front of me. I got a side door time. On time, bro. Front time. Side door right now. Close. Just speak this. Let's stay left in. No, my bad. He's on.
They're gonna streak up front. Yeah.
Front side time. He's behind the line. Out front. That's a spawner. Nice. Good job. They spawn in the back. Streaking this. Give me a second. Side door me. 10 seconds.
They got one trophy on time.
One time. Yeah, one time with 2 spiral. You curving in the hill or no? Nah, right on the Lambo. Really weak on the Lambo then. Give me a sec.
I'm Lambo. Right side Lambo. Weak.
I'm gonna rail here, guys.
One out.
Okay, they're gonna be pushing.
They're gonna RB through flat.
Alright, backing up flat. Yeah, we got this shit, boys. I'm picking up 10. Alright, I'm all the way 10. Can you guys get like window and shit?
I'm trying to.
Let's spiral. It can be plat as well. Spiral to mid. Yep.
It's top flat right now. Middle. One screen window.
One shot elbow, Rancor. Really weak elbow.
2 on there.
Elbow and plat.
Elbow on me.
Elbow and plat.
And one's front.
Alright, no, never mind. Just out. Front, Lucky. That's the guy window. One window. Window. I'm gonna go mid. Window done. Nice.
I'm repping our
spawn low left. Stunning me anytime. One time it's weak. I need it outer. In fire. And the one in the back. In 10. Win you. Mental. On time, Lucky. Done. Or inner side.
Inner. Nated.
Inner. Corner trip. Inner. I'm picking up flat. I'm done. Block you. Yeah, I'm blocking. You went you, boys. Went you.
Thieves, good comms from one side of the stage. The kills and the time starting to mount, but our team in the lead. It's time to go to the other stage. Miami Heretics, listen in.
Paraqueando chapa. Interior, no para muerto. La plata de cara de línea Sí, te lo pillo, no sé, no llego,
No llegamos a tiempo, ¿verdad?
¿Me podéis esperar que voy a flanquearle? Esperadme. Puse el Lambo, creo, Hydra,
Lambo no le veo.
Tengo uno blanco, uno tú. Son 2 medios.
Lambo una bala, tengo que pillar el medio.
Uno Lambo y 2 medios.
Están pushando los dos al lado, ¿vale?
Está en Lambo,
vamos a buscar el de Lambo.
Medio, bodega abajo y blanco.
De blanco
Está arriba el Lambo, muerto, tío, Chema.
Blanco y
La roca está muerta,
Paraquearle el punto, Chema.
Vale. Faco de cara, Es one y para Snappy. Lambo.
Aguanta, Lambo side.
Y medio, voy medio.
Dos Lambos ahí.
Tienes trophy, ¿vale? Tienes trophy.
Pueden estar en medio, chavales. No tengo blanco
Tengo
todavía.
banana yo, ¿vale? Me dejan
Tienen de cara,
Tengo
dos,
rojo ya,
cara,
tengo
dos.
medio.
Hago chal de cara.
Ando en la cara, tres de cara.
Otro más
Gato de frente.
medio y el de cara.
Está contigo,
Nice.
Vale, voy
Bueno,
a pushar
coño,
medio.
vale, escuchadme, jugar aquí el jorear ahora, bro. No
Sí,
queremos
tengo el rojo.
punto, ¿vale?
Uno en Lambo, están abriendo hacia el medio, ¿vale?
Quieren ellos el punto,
Tíralo,
chavales.
está muerto.
Ambos voy
flancando,
Pozo,
no hacen al Lambo.
Escuchad.
Pues no se
Vaya
el embarcadero.
inicial, vaya inicial.
Hace tengo uno, bro.
¿Dónde salen?
El embarcadero, muerto.
Fuera. Arriba el rojo, chavales. Se tira abajo.
Embarcadero no veo a nadie,
Abajo arte. Chema,
Sí,
abajo
arte,
arte.
esquinado. Bajo arte,
Vale,
¿vale?
nacen en lobby,
Sí, pues
chavales,
lobby.
lobby.
Tengo un arte, tengo lobby ya arriba, ¿vale? Tengo
Vale,
arte.
arriba sí que
Pueden hacerlo, vale, rojo izquierda.
Arriba sí que tengo
Es
una
Paco.
bala.
Y otro más.
Great work. Heretics have got themselves a sizable lead chance. Counter-attacking out for the Thieves. They got a P1.
Yeah, and I gotta say, man, once is a fluke, twice is a pattern. Scrap double negative. If not for Hydra having, I mean, a masterclass 29-19, a Titan in the lobby. But at the same time, if you paid attention to Lucky, he has another Hellstorm in hand, and one he honestly might need. A battle for the spawns, though. Ghosty trying to hold the line. An interesting spot between him and Rancor. Little dance battle out towards the car, and Rancor comes out on top. The lead has been closed. The gap a lot smaller, but Thieves with a lot more pressure on him. But look at those spawns. You got Envoy. He's here in the back, but he doesn't have much help just yet.
Yeah, they commit a whole lot to that hit. Ghosty, is he going to get the timing on this pinch? He might. Does he get the kill? He does.
It's an indoor hill, brother. It's indoors. It's inside. There's a roof.
It's a big roof.
Hydra learned that moments ago. Oh my
Another
god.
brother. There's no one on the outside of the hard point. They all find their way in. Spawns flip for a Mo. Hydra on a pinch. Can he get two? That's the real question.
Dude, it's the worst Hellstorm uses we've had all year, and it's all of them on a single map. Huge gunfight, though, by Real, at least to try to get you out of time and keep things mixy. So Heretics come out on top of the chaos and still end up winning the battle for Scrap, and they're going to have a sizable lead going into this new time.
Scrap time going to the Heretics. Rotation towards new, all the LA Thieves. We have to see them hold this. Otherwise, we're going to a game 5. Mid-map coverage, you let Real through. He and Metals find their respective kills, and now the pressure directly towards the point. It's all down to Envoy. The rest of the lads have spawned up, and they're going to make the run. Their pinch will be on in a moment. And what a turn. Hydra finds two from the inside, and now the reinforcements arrive. The Thieves are alive.
Yeah, Rancor with the hot hand, though. He's on the 4 spree. He's trying to be a nuisance, and he's gonna deliver huge wins, and the hill gonna get broken down. Scrap gonna be that last domino to fall. 2:38 on the clock. Thieves' last-ditch effort to sprint to this time.
Rancor choke slams 2. Last ditch, 5 seconds. No one's getting close. Ghosty over the top, finds 1. Can they contest? Yes! Metals with the kills. Oh, what a win! Thieves are alive.
35 and 24 from Hydra. He is doing everything he can. And as long as he's not calling in a Hellstorm with the gun up, he's hot. But for 2 seconds, here's the pinch. Lucky gonna strike. The flood from forward. Heretics, their moment. They got it. We're going to a game 5.
Rancor is animated with good reason. The play there from Top Dog was disgusting. The snappers on the reinforcements, you cut the Thieves into pieces, and they have another disappointing performance there on Hacienda. Now a search and destroy game 5. And you're not wrong, bro. I'm rewinding the Hellstorms in my head. They're not ideal.
It's so bad. It was so bad.
There's 3 other hard points that are way better to use it on because they don't have anywhere to hide.
Yeah, the first one from Lucky was just incredibly unlucky. He was going into Lambo, probably going to call it in, but Hydra just makes the perfect play, pushing it out. Hydra, by the way, having a phenomenal performance in the respawns. We'll test his S&D again just a little bit later, but just a wild map. Yeah, Hellstorms out of control. None of them were effective in Scrap, as said before. Once can be a fluke, twice is officially a pattern. Him and Envoy not having themselves a good time. Maybe they just spent so much time on the hill that it was easier for Hydra and Ghosty to slay around them, but certainly painful there on the scoreboard. And on the flip side, it was mentioned on map number 1 for the Vault, Rancor's been elite in hardpoint. He struggled against Scrap in map number 1. He delivers here on map number 4. And the AR players, the difference makers on Hacienda. a close victory towards the end, but it was that one P2 hill they got a near full 60 on, flatline LA Thieves. And again, P4s, P2s can be money hills. You got to be structured, you got to deliver, because moments like that win you games.
A big game to win for the Heretics, and yet another game 5 for them to play now. We stay Hacienda. We'll see if the patterns mean anything. The 6-1 protocol was a real sight as the Heretics with an unstoppable confidence walking away with a dub there. Now on Hacienda, will that be the case as well? Folks, a nail biter for sure. The Heretics have had more losses than wins in this side of the map. And the Thieves, we go back to Hacienda for another game 5. Other side of this break, folks, we go down one more time. Search and destroy. Game 5 after this.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Scrap follows up with another one. It's all going to be on to Brezzy now to make the play, and he can't do it. This is dominant from Ultra. Scrap just stood up, celebrated, took off his headset. You got another round, bud. He's locked. Yeah. He said, my bad.
Played him. Wait, hold up. Was he the greatest sniper in this?
Oh my God. He was hella good. It all comes down to this. Nate's trying to run it down. He's trying to no-scope him. Ricky trying to no-scope. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God. Didn't even hit him. Oh. GG. God, he got f***ing slammed. And it's face bakes. Oh my God.
I don't see anything, bro. I literally top up.
Put your head down
Nading him?
and secure the target. Planting the bomb.
I naded him top left.
He's in the little thing.
Come in. Come back in. Come back in.
I'm already bombs down.
Yeah, bombs on.
That way.
I can kill that guy.
Nice. Above you on the gear.
No
man. No man's right now.
Now, hit them again before they
baby.
Hey, bro, I'm on Mars, right?
I'm on Mars.
To make the play, it's been all about him all tournament long. It can come down to a 1v1. Oh! He's not.
I maintain one of the most disgusting snaps I've ever seen in COD history. That one from Priester there. But enough of the past, folks. It's all about the future, or better yet, the present. And what a present it is about to be, folks. We've got ourselves another Game 5. Miami Heretics have forced it here against the LA Thieves. We stay on Hacienda. Will it be another horrible Hacienda for the Thieves, or can they close this one out? The first protocol chance, 6-1. Absolute smacking. The Thieves did not have fun. It's a different map, different vibe, different everything. How are we feeling?
I mean, look, give Scrap with the bow tie. It's going to be an interesting one because obviously for Heretics, it's been the thorn in their side. S&D as a whole, not just the game 5s, but if you're bad in the game mode, they've had quite a few losses, but their one win was their most recent series, and obviously the S&D paying off, so they put in some serious work, but it's just the coalescence of storylines. Can Heretics deliver? Ice up in the clutch. That's been their biggest issue, and on the flip side for Thieves, S&D, they've dropped the ball on this map specifically, and again, my eye is continually on Hydra. In this game mode, he just struggles. It has been a yearly problem for him where he just goes through stretches and periods where he can be a liability in the game mode, and then he will eventually ascend to one of the best players in the game, but we'll see if he can deliver that here for the map number 5. Obviously on the side of Heretics, well, these guys have been here before. They will be here again. A 6-4 victory they had on the map and clean on the conversions, which originally was their biggest problem. And of course, though, when testing the ice, things are going to get nervy. If you're an armchair psychologist like I am looking at the player cams, Heretics have just brought Thieves down to their level. Everybody focused up and feeling the heat.
Bomb in the middle of the map gives Envoy options to hit either site. At a moment's notice, he's waiting for his teammates to open the play towards B. This is where Scrap is. He and Hydra clear out a little bit. Over to the corridors now. A seems to be the site of choice, but who will get the first blood? Hydra takes care of Lucky.
It's great teamwork. In effect, a little bit of bait there from Scrap, and yeah, players getting active, and that is just a good read rolling through. Envoy doing his job, getting the bomb down, and Metals and Rancor trying to deliver a 2 versus 4, but with no intel on the map. Scrap in a cheeky spot, and I mean, no one on Thieves making a mistake. 15 seconds of burn. There's the first gunfight being taken by Metals, but, well, you're running out of time.
Rancor. Metals tagged heavily. Ghosty presses the advantage, and what an advantage. Thieves, a decisive first round.
And I like that as well for a first round look, like spread the map, try to get a little bit of information, start making moves, get that pressure over towards Fireplace. And once again, speaking of Scraps S&D, he's willing to get in the mix and be that sort of first man in, able to set his teammates up for the trade. Great reads on the flank that is rolling through, and then obviously Ghosty just there to slam the door shut, but an important first round for LA Thieves to get in a sort of classic S&D style play as well to get things done.
3-1 off the rip here for the boys of the LA Thieves on defense. Looks like Ghosty's going to be the man going towards that sort of dark corridor side of the map. Call it closed. Heretics have taken over a lot of space here by the A side. Oriel can time this right and hit these players above. A lot of noise made with the door slam. Oh, and spots a little Scrap.
Oh my, yeah, dude, that is a submachine gun. The Jackal is nuts, and Envoy's out here just breaking this round down, and now Real's getting chased. I mean, he's got Hydra and Envoy hunting for him. And in the meantime, the bomb, I mean, you flip sides of the spawn, but you haven't gotten down just yet. So I'd say for Thieves, in a pretty nice spot. Admittedly, though, they have lost track of Real, and the bomb's going to get planted. Thieves on the opposite side of the map.
A B-bomb site as well, yeah. An interesting look here now. Thieves through the top side of the map. They're going to go. Lucky, you're going to have to be more than that, mate. What a win from Envoy. Lucky finds one on the approach towards the bomb site, and now the quick turn. And who is that? He's kept them at bay. It's Scrap. Unable to pick up too much there. Picks up the flank, though. And what a reposition now from Lucky. Last man left alive. Ghosty spots him out, reads the play, gets the defuse, and the Thieves will be up 2-0.
Yeah, Envoy is ridiculous. The first gunfight win he had against Rancor, frankly, disrespectful. Shouldn't win that one, but he just walks away from that like it's nothing. And then the second one as well, it's a nightmare to have to like come in through Zig and attack that Lambo because there are, so many corners to check. Guy laying down behind the Lambo. We have the Paul X spot that gets used of like guys behind the car, but Envoy, I mean, just peeks it and shreds him. And doesn't he, like, it's not even a hard read. He has to react to that as well. Envoy out here single-handedly winning you that round.
Unbelievable. Spree's now starting to develop across the Thieves. And the awkward buzz of an RCXD through the middle of the map. Stun doesn't connect. We're going for it. We're going for it. It's going to buy you a lot of space over by the A-bomb site. And if anything, parked up, not going to let those players. Uh-oh, in the tin. Kill him! Can't quite get the job done as the heart rates start to go up. Real finds himself at least a kill, turning into a 3v3, but shenanigans done. Back to business.
Well, maybe more shenanigans are going to continue because that was bombed down inside of you. So your hand is going to be forced. And any intel you had on these players of Miami, you lose it. You know they're around the hallways, but now it's more of guesswork. Always confident someone's going to be by office, but now the question is, do you read Hydra? You absolutely do not. There's a free kill, and when Hydra's getting bloods and S&D, or at least performing, you're feeling great about your odds, but the player on the other side of the map, Heretics, swarming back towards A.
He's got to get there fast. Crap. Versus Lucky. Big wins once again for the Thieves. Everyone wins their ones, and they get another round, 3 in a row.
This might just be the shape up of a runaway game as well. Scrap 3-0. He's hanging out. Ghosty, I think, is yet to fall as well. So he's busy. I think Thieves right now with a lead like this, they're just trying to figure out where she is. Find her. She'll be at Major 1.
She's in the next round. Keep looking. Heretics, we've had a couple of nice looks. We've just been able to close out a decisive moment, but 3 straight for the Thieves is 4 kills in a row for Ghosty, 3 there for Scrap, 2 for Hydra. Square boys. Yeah, big square up. Here we go. Scrap starts off proceedings, trades. Oh, nice shots out of Rencor. That gives you a big advantage, Heretics.
It's good stack and a good read. Flanks rolling through on one side from Hydra. And they're not planting the bomb either. They're waiting to find these players before they actually go for that approach. Heretics, they are not looking forward to getting caught at all. And last time on offense, they did full wrap the bomb through spawn, and they favored the B site in the end. And with a player over towards Dark, that might be the play call once again, but Heretics for the moment, happy to take their time.
And again, with the player in top office, it means you still have to worry about the B site. So Heretics have played their numbers, played the time, and they should be able to plant this. Here we go. A bomb site. That's where the party's being held. Is being held right now. And LA Thieves, you've just received 2 invites in the mail. Please RSVP. Hydra won't make it. It's all going to be on Ghosty. You coming to the party? Yes, you are. He's coming alone. He's doing the best he can. And that's it. Heretics, finally. Stop the runaway LA Thieves. It's 3-1.
And so far, this is deja vu from the protocol, but just with teams taking places. Exact same thing in that one where Heretics went up 3-0. Thieves won a round, and then Heretics just ran away with the game. So LA Thieves still in prime position to reflect that map number 2 in the game 5. Heretics, though, want to keep things going, but the problem for them on the defensive rounds, Thieves has shown you a few different looks. There's nothing clear-cutter, cookie-cutter about their approach. It's going to be a tough one to deal with. Envoy again, bomb in hand, clearly leaning towards that A site, and a 2-2 setup for Heretics on the defensive end. They'll meet him here.
Ooh, they've got through. Hydra v Rencor. Perfect timing from Hydra. Gets in. Real doesn't check it. Rencor could push up here and hopefully find something, but he's still worried about fences. He's worried about the players on the outside. And now a fast B-bomb site rotation from LA Thieves.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just too easy. Heretics not reading or responding to this pressure at all. They are left dumbfounded on the map. And Hydra, these are the kills you're looking for him to get. And now he's pulling the disappearing axe. Rencor on the chase eventually is going to get him. This will be a 2v4 clutch from the AR players that will simply not last. LA Thieves are quite literally running circles around them.
This is going to be 4v1. There's no way, Lucky, surely. Bomb planted for office side. He's got to do something unbelievable. Completely open. Scrap peels it. Got on a couple of good kills there on the round. LA Thieves 4. Heretics 1.
I've been saying Hydra's name, talking about his sort of lack of S&D prowess from time to time. Right now, having himself one hell of a map. So that's the bounce back you need. And Heretics right now just faltering. not really showing too many signs of life at all. I mean, you're getting first blooded with not even a thought towards a trade, not even a bullet being shot back, and just an easy wrap and rotation. And funnily enough, the Heretics get sort of caught off guard by it, because when you watch these play the map, they wrap the bomb endlessly. That was the name of the game when they played against Optic, so they've showed their hand, haven't changed too much, but for the moment, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As Metals looking to try to get on the board. There's the first blood on Hydra. Did not want to live in this round.
Ain't broke. That will be needing a fix, though. That door should be gone after that nade. Real, good. You've seen a red dot. And now Rancor. Oh, yeah. You got the intel. You know where he's gone. You heard the door. 3v3. Bomb in the top side of the map, but Scraps on a wrap.
This is just a game of corners.
Dramatic music to close out a dramatic moment. 2v2. Scrap once again. Going walkabout over the top side of the map. Ghosty doesn't know where the bomb's been picked up from there by Real, so still alive in the play. You might bump into Scrap on this rotate. Oh my goodness, Hacienda. A haunted house of horrors right now as Rancor catches an errant Ghosty. Scrap though, Scrap. It's a 1v1. Bomb recovered. 15 seconds. Scrap has sent it. No way. Are we going to make it in time to get the bomb down?
This is the perfect play, though. Scrap's just going to be here. Rancor ran and hid for his life, and Scrap an easy dub. Run from him, hide from him, but Scrap inevitable. Rancor not giving himself a good spot in that one, and Scrap, we've talked about the aggression he is willing to bring. He brought it again right there. 9-1 in S&D. In the battle of the ARs, he is clearly coming out on top.
Oh man, it's so hard to just catch that moment, and Scrap, lovely centering every step of the way, finds those kills his 5th in a row. I'll tell you what though, man, if Rancor just pumps the brakes and pulls his knife out, that could have been a legendary moment. But alas,
no, Heretics not producing anything legendary. Dude, they're playing so scared.
No one sticks to the script. I'm just saying. 5-1. Heretics, you're at death's door, and the Reaper is knocking. And here we go. It's another wet one from Scrap.
Bomb down for free in a 4v4. Hey, you get the first blood, though. You'll take that. Obviously, you need this round. There's your opportunity. Hit that go button.
They're going. 2 in a row. Cornered out. Perfect check. Rancor finds them. It's a nearly immaculate turn here. And that's the defuse. 5-2. Heretics, what a bounce back. Rancor catching Scrap fresh out of the water flank, starts the proceedings, and then does not stop for a second.
That's a fun one as well. A little bit lucky on that catch. He was looking at it for a reason. They knew what they gave up on the map, and there to collect. So they've been playing just a little scared, but at least able to fight. But now they're going to have to produce on the offensive end. And again, these rounds have all been scattered. There is no clear path to victory. Sort of no weaknesses in the Thieves setup. So a difficult play call to make. What are Miami Heretics going to elect to do? Because they've been taking their time to go for these plans. Typically running down towards A. This time, well, middle of the map is their call. And that B site is completely open. So Thieves will be trusting their retakes, and Ghosty looking for some wall bangs. And I think he might have just gotten a lot of tags on those players.
He's stopping them absolutely in their tracks. They have not picked up on the player on the pinch either. So now a perfect counterattack opportunity for the LA Thieves. You got to win your ones. You got to make sure those trophies are absolutely in the right place at the right time. Envoy gives up his position. And now the play's on. Scrap starts his flank. Scrap on the other. Through the middle of the map. Keep these boys softened up. Allow Hydra to get in there and get the kills. Metals now dancing, diving. Scrap, Hydra, Ghosty all find their respective kills, and the curse is broken. And my God, a weight off their shoulders. The LA Thieves close it out. 6-2.
Yeah, clean, easy, efficient. 10-2 performance there out of Scrap, absolutely just running at the Heretics players, and you at Hydra making big time plays as well. Perfect first blood on the flank. He gets out of dodge. He makes sure one Heretics player has to worry about him, and while he's regrouping with his team, they just force a 4v2 over towards the bomb site. Perfect first blood, perfectly played around, and LA Thieves, as mentioned, able to clutch up there in the game. Number 5. Protocol maybe going to haunt them a little bit, and Hacienda Hardpoint certainly is going to be haunting Scrap, but outside of that, a W is a dub.